Welcome back to Decadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. I'm Matt, and I'm playing as Dirk Wagner.
Hey, that's right.
We have Sabrina as Nora Fosdale.
Hey there, folks.
We have Jordan as Sorik Blackmere.
I doubt that.
You're right, we don't. He's not going to be in the episode today. Tana as a Koyag Willbreaker.
Hey, y'all.
And as the Dungeon Master, it's Scott. Woo, that's me. Thanks for joining us, y'all. Hey, y'all, we have a Discord. Follow the link in the description to join us and other listeners and share y'all's thoughts and theories. Y'all like behind-the-scenes extra content? We make extra Patreon content for y'all.
Yeah.
Different tiers have access to things like character sheets, our after show, and even our DM's notes and maps. Y'all.
This feels targeted.
Hot now. Woo!
So my other idea for the intro was to make a bunch of poo jokes because it's episode number 2 and I'm apparently a child. Okay, wait. Actually, no, I'm not done. Just a second. Also, ratings and reviews. Can I get a hell y'all?
Hell y'all.
Yeehaw.
All right. Anyway, if y'all once found Chris Houlihan's secret room completely by accident and thought for years that memory must have been a fever dream, then this podcast is for y'all. It's Reaper's Requiem, episode 2.
The last time we played, we were introduced to the party in the town of Tharndell. The group awoke to the entire town, save a few villagers, was reaped in the middle of the night. The characters were reeling from that revelation, and they started to explore to figure out what was going on. Pulling some threads, they found that some of the bodies were missing clothes. Someone had recently been through and taken the clothes off the backs of the recently deceased.
Likely spiders.
Probably spiders with shoes.
And apparently one shirt at least.
Yeah, one shirt at least. The group followed a trail from whoever was taking them to a cave out deep into the forest east of the town of Tharndell. While there, we had the first encounter of the campaign against a bunch of spiders. And they were quickly stomped by a large margin.
We're very good.
Yeah. Dirk was able to... What was the ability called?
Feel the vibration. Feel it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dirk used his ability, feel the vibrations, and he could tell that there was something else living deeper within the cave, but he doesn't know what, and it had stopped moving by the time the fight had ended. And that's where we're going to pick up right now. We are back in the Tharndell cave. Our players are in the cave. It's dark. Nora is holding a small light. They're standing over this 10-foot wide hole in the floor of the cave. There is web around the edges, and as they peer deeper into the hole, they see webbing deeper into this hole. It's about 20 feet down, and at the bottom, they also see a dead spider and 3 smaller dead spiders. And that's where we are right now.
I did have one quick point of question before we started.
Of course.
Like, animals? Like, do you forget animals at all? Like, do you ever wake up with a dead dog?
Oh, that would just be really mean if I...
That would be really
if I did that. No. I think animals are safe from this.
Okay, cool. That was just random, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's a valid question. So, you guys looking over this hole, it's pretty deep, and it will require some sort of check in order to get down safely.
I will say, with all of the investigating we did in the fight, my tremor sense, which lasts 10 minutes, is probably just about coming to an end.
Okay. You still didn't sense any movement, so as that feeling ends, there's still no movement below you.
Yeah, I could probably still tell about remember where it was at.
Yep.
But, okay, all right.
Well, we're all adventurers. I'm sure we have some rope, right? I mean, everybody starts with a rope, right? Can we tie it off and try to climb down like whoever we're following did?
I have a robe. I don't know about rope.
Well, let me check my backpack. I am a quartermaster, so I got a lot of stuff in here.
I got parchment.
I got some carpenter's tools.
I have a rope.
Awesome.
Woo, Dirk,
Okay.
you're so organized.
Yeah.
All right. So why doesn't everybody that's going to be climbing down make an acrobatics check? It's going to be pretty easy. You guys see Dirk tying it off. There's a stalactite, which one's the one that goes up? Is it stalactite or stalagmite?
Stalagmite.
Might goes up, tight goes down, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
A stalactite hangs tight to the ceiling.
Got it. So there's a stalagmite that Dirk is able to tie the rope to. What did everybody get?
Can I use athletics?
Did I say acrobatics? Athletics or acrobatics. I'll
Okay.
take.
Dang, do it, lady.
We're getting all the good rolls out early, guys.
Seriously.
Just kidding.
Oh no!
Jeez, come
Oh
on.
no!
Okay, so this is we're 5 minutes into the episode 2, and this is my 4th nat 1. So I got a 6.
Oh man! Oh, that's brutal.
Nora got a 20.
Okay. Everyone is able to successfully get down except for Dirk. Dirk, you are going to take just a little bit of falling. I get difficulty 5, but you rolled a 1.
I know.
You want to roll it? Why don't you roll 2d6?
Okay, let's do it. 9 damage. I took 9 damage.
That's brutal.
Okay.
Nora will immediately come over and just give you a little cure wounds, because that's I'm not gonna go face anything with that. So that's 11.
man.
So you should be better.
Yeah, you come down, like Dirk was probably tied the rope off and was the first to get out.
Don't worry, everybody. I'll check to make sure it's okay.
And he slips almost immediately. And by the time you get down there, he's like on his back.
Nora kind of gives him a kiss on the forehead and says, there, sweetheart. It's okay. Good try. Good job having the rope.
I'm imagining one of those falls where it knocks the wind out of him and he's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. So, you guys climb down to the lower level. There's spider webs all over the place. You see the rope that whoever you were chasing is on the ground here. He or she didn't have time to tie it off. There's also the body of that larger female grave lace spider. It's on the ground here next to you. You can see in this cave that you're in breaks way right about where Echo is standing to some sort of a ruin. The rough cave floor gives way to like old stone. There's a broken door nearby. You also see there's a couple of tents set up and an old fire that you can see. Nora is giving off a little bit of light, and her light just barely ends at this broken door. The door looks like it was to the entrance of this building that was right around where you guys are standing. Before you guys go and explore, Dirk, you know that the sense you were feeling of whatever that person was, it's about 50 feet north of you.
Okay. Well, I'll pick myself up and brush myself off.
Can you guys forget that you saw that or heard that?
There would be nothing that would give me greater pleasure at this moment.
It's up this way. Let's go check it out. About 50 feet north.
And Sharn is following you guys at the very back, so she's at the tail end of the group. As you're walking through, you're kind of navigating spider webs. You come around that corner there, and you see a dead body wrapped up in the spider web.
Okay, so whoever was peeking through those windows got.
How old does the body look? Fresh?
Why don't you make like a medicine check or like a nature check?
All right, let's see. Medicine 22.
So as you start examining this body, you see bite wounds on his sides. You see some blood where he's been attacked by these spiders, and he did not last very long. and it's all very recent. He's still warm. He hasn't cooled down to room temperature, so he just recently passed away.
Oh gosh, so this is our guy. How many shoes does he have? How many legs does he have?
That's an excellent question.
How many shoes? Grab his shoes. Are they nice?
As you look at his shoes, you notice that they don't match. He's wearing a boot and a sandal. And the boot, I can't remember which one of you found the person that was missing the shoe. I think it was Nora. That boot matches the other missing shoe that you saw in that home.
Well, I think this is him.
Are you relieved or disappointed that the spiders weren't wearing the shoes?
I'm more confused. What on earth would make you want to steal a couple of shoes and a shirt and then run into this place of all places? I guess I expected him to have a lair. I expected him to be, I don't know, some sort of man spider? Spider-Man?
Well, maybe...
Maybe there's some comfort in thinking that maybe it was all a fluke accident, that there isn't some force or entity that forced this reaping on this village. If it didn't claim him, he just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, maybe a Spider-Man does what a Spider-Man does.
Yeah. Whatever a spider does, yeah.
I think I've heard that idiom.
So it looks like somebody's been staying down here, though. Like, see, look over here, and I'll head over toward the remnants of the campfire. Does it look like somebody's been camping down here recently, and maybe the spiders invaded, or is this really a really old, like, looking campsite?
Why don't you make an investigation check? And anyone that's walking over with Dirk can make that check. And I'll let you know what you find out.
All right, Dirk got a 19. Redemption!
Nice.
Awesome.
Sork got a nat 1 this time.
Nora got a 21.
Sharn, she's helping you guys. Pull up her character sheet, sorry. Ooh, she got a 24.
My 19 doesn't sound so awesome anymore.
Your 19 is great. Your 19 is great because it's only a +2. So as you guys are examining this camp, there is something that you find. So as you're kind of poking around this campsite, it was clearly set up for 2 people, not 1 person. The fire isn't something that was lit today. As you're poking around the coals and like looking at everything, it looks like it was lit last night. So whoever was staying here the previous night.
Okay.
And it looks like there's like bare bones as far as materials go, or like provisions. Like there's no food. You do see a backpack, and you start poking through it, and that's where you find this crumpled sheet of paper. And it's it looks like, as you're looking at this paper, it looks like it was a recipe. Like the page comes from some sort of recipe book, like a cookbook. It's really hard to read the details of the ingredients and what to do, but it looks like it was for some sort of soup stock. But the reason it's hard to read is because over the recipe is written in charcoal. I seen him just pulling me like a hook in my guts. They don't talk. They take memories. He's close. I feel him in my head parts. I followed the burned one, but too late. I seen the dead. Last step before I'm in their good graces. I need all my clothes from them dead ones.
Do you think it's possible that our deceased friend over there maybe was the author of this note? That this was a place that he often camped out or stayed in, and that he perhaps saw something?
Might make sense why he'd come back here, and why he was taking clothes off of the dead. That last line makes it seem like he was trying to maybe appease somebody by stealing from the dead.
You know, I wonder, in one of the houses I saw a very spooky drawing, is all I can say. It looked to be done by a child, but if I have this ability, this gift from Myron to remember, this super unique gift, she kind of glares at Dirk. Maybe it's entirely possible that someone has a gift of foresight or the ability to see something more than we can.
This also could very easily just be the ramblings of a madman who also has your same gift, Nora. A very unique gift, but apparently you're not the only one. I thought you would be the only one, because nobody else can remember the Forgotten.
But we don't have evidence that he remembered them, necessarily.
Well, I mean, if the campsite was from last night, this would have been written, I'm assuming, at or just after the reaping happened. Because he was up poking through houses, came down and got attacked by spiders. You probably wouldn't have been able to write it after fleeing from the little church girl, Zephyr.
And who do you think he wrote it for?
I don't know. But I'm reading this and I'm thinking, am I reading too much into it? Did he see some kind of beings that would take memories, or is this just he can remember the Forgotten and it's kind of eating away at his sanity?
That last line, though, about getting in their good graces, what do you think that means?
I don't know, but I don't feel good about it.
I don't like the implication that this gift could make somebody go mad. I don't think that is that could be the thing that did it.
Yes, I don't necessarily believe that it could be your gift per se. But if he saw something, I think we take that note with us. Has anybody in your studies been aware of any group or people that seem to be affiliated or associated with the reaping occurring?
Well, I once wrote a research paper postulating that it was some kind of infection from beetles, but I don't think that was really it.
Fascinating.
An interesting theory, though, my dear.
I mean, I was like 16.
Okay, then. Well, I think perhaps we take this note with us. Here's my gut sense of this, and take it with a grain of salt, because I feel that there's a lot we don't understand. This individual may or may not have seen something. We also, as you mentioned, Nora, there was the drawing that we saw.
What's this drawing? I wasn't there. I was chasing a kid.
Well, it might have been about you, actually. It was certainly a child's drawing, but it looked to be almost a foreshadowing of some sort of evil forces over the village.
So at first glance, it appeared sort of cheerful, just stick figures in the village. Large, oversized eyes, uneven smiles, standing beside crude, kind of squarish homes. Nothing too untoward. One figure seems to be waving, another seems to be in mid-step, maybe dancing, something like that. But several of the houses were just crossed out, rather violently in red. Just jagged strokes over the paper, nearly tearing it, in fact. And there seemed to be a depiction of a figure not drawn like the rest. The charcoal that the child used was much thicker and smeared, and it was some long, faceless silhouette with arms that dragged nearly to the ground. And it was leaning over one of the stick figures, and between them was a single kind of wavering line, almost like it was whispering.
I don't like that.
Do you think something's causing all these reapings? Something's going around?
Something has to be causing them. So it didn't happen 60 years ago.
Yeah, there must be some documentation somewhere. Perhaps the church, Nora, if you're aware of, maybe records that had been kept.
About the reapings? I mean, we have little. Like, that is kind of our whole vibe, is the memory. So we do have plenty of records in general, but about the reapings specifically, there hasn't been much written as far as I'm aware.
Well, whether there's something malicious that has intentions to cause problems or not, I don't love the idea that the Duke be exposed to any sort of implication relating to him in this case. I think it maybe behooves us to get out of here as soon as we possibly can.
Wait, you don't want to poke around here some more? He may have written more, may have stashed things. There may be somebody else here. The fire looks like it was 2 people camping here, not just one, right? What kind of building is this anyway?
With your previous investigation check that you made, as you're kind of looking around these stone walls, maybe taking a better glance at the ceiling where it's not a cave anymore. You're in a building, and the roof is actually way shorter than what you would expect. Traditionally 8 feet to 10 feet ceilings on a room would be kind of standard. This is only about 6 feet high. So if your characters are close to 6 feet, you might be crouching down just slightly. The walls also have an interesting pattern on them, almost like a runic design of different shapes, triangles and squares and circles, about at like waist level. Whatever the purpose of this building was, it was carved very, very well into the stone.
Does it look dwarven?
It does not look dwarven.
Okay.
The cave enters the room from the south and the east. Then on the west and north side of the room, there are hallways going north and west. But then the cave also breaks out of the north side, going into some room beyond.
Looking at the walls, can we tell, like how old this building is?
Make a history check.
I'll help you on that.
Oh, that's good. Do I get advantage? Because I only rolled a 7.
Sure, yeah, you
All right,
get.
let's try again, baby. Oh, I rolled a 7.
Nice.
Oh no.
I love that for you. So as you're looking around, you know that Narravethis is not an old kingdom, but this is probably this building probably predates Narravethis. You don't remember right now how old Narravethis is, but this is older than that.
I understand the Duke needs protection, but we were sent out on a information gathering mission, right? Do we have enough that we think we can go back, or should we look a little further?
I mean, I think we're down here. I don't know if we necessarily want to run back into the back of that cave, but I think we should figure out what this building is. Imagine the memories that could be in here.
I think that the man we were chasing knows something, and there may be something else we can find in here.
Did we go through his pockets or anything?
You did not.
Can we do that?
Yes, of course you may. So as you start poking through his pockets, the only possession of note that you find is a silver signet ring.
Ooh. What does the signet look like?
The signet looks like the claw of some sort of avian creature. So like a talon.
Would it be anything that we would recognize as like belonging to any local nobles?
Make another history check.
Okay, this time I'll roll myself. A 16.
You got a 16. I'll give you a little more, actually. You don't remember the name of the house, but you do remember seeing that signet in connection to the capital city of Rosvane. You think there's a noble family in Rosvane that has that same signet.
This looks to be something connected to one of the noble families in Rosvane. I don't really remember. It was kind of like learning all my states and capitals, but it was the noble families, and I can't really place this.
There's only 3 countries.
But there's different cities, there's counties, there's
3 duchies. There's a lot of other countries in the world.
Yeah, there's 3 duchies, there's other countries. Also, you gotta learn the lineage of all the important houses. Like, that's just part of anybody's standard education. The Grey Wall House of Care. That's where I grew up.
That's in Calduvan, right? Sharon asks.
Yeah, I went to school there.
Oh, I believe my family has donated to that house many times.
Thank you for that. Yeah, it was a good place. It was, I had friends and local kids would come over and do some schooling there too. It was, given the circumstances, it was a good place to grow up.
That's good to hear. I feel good about the donations that we've made.
All right, are we going to bust down one of these doors?
I mean, yeah. My foot's ready.
Also, sorry about your childhood.
Do we want to go in like loud, or there may be more spiders?
Your tremor sense wouldn't have gone like super far, but you didn't sense any movement in your like immediate vicinity. At least you didn't while you were sensing it before.
I mean, if we really need to, I can always do that again, but if I do it too much, I start to get a migraine, so I probably have like one more time in me.
Hey, two's good.
Yeah, dude, no. Like, we used to practice, but my mom taught me how to do it. We'd we'd travel around, and like every time there was a stone floor, like in a tavern or inn or something, she'd have me practice for a little bit. But yeah, basically 2 times or so. Do you want me to do it again? I'll do it again.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt to at least do this one more time, provided you don't get a migraine or something.
All right, I'm feeling the vibrations.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Oh, that's really far. You feel pretty certain that there is no movement in 60 feet of all directions.
Okay, I'm not feeling anything, so unless it's like suspended in the air, we're probably alone down here. So we're probably pretty safe to just poke around. So let's head north.
The door to the north opens. It's unlocked. It's very, very old, and as you're opening it, it's brittle and crumbles to the touch. It doesn't fall completely down, but it breaks and like kind of groans as you open it. It leads to a small hallway where there was another door that the players opened to enter a large room. It's maybe 30 feet by 20 feet. There's some old tables and chairs kind of broken around. At the far end, the north end of the room, there are 2 statues, and they stand about 4 feet tall, and they are wearing armor, but they've been smashed. So there's like chunks and pieces falling off. One of them's missing one of its arms. Both of them have their faces completely broken to pieces. You see bits of stone kind of all over the ground. This isn't something that happened recently. This happened a long time ago. As you're examining the room as well, you do see some writing and some murals. There is a picture on the north and the east walls. But again, it's been heavily damaged. The one on the north wall depicts what you can see still. It looks like a short woman with pointed ears and kind of like a strong jaw. She's holding 2 crowns in her hands, and then kneeling below her are 2 people that have been, again, just like damaged. You can't really see who they are very well because someone has come through and just desecrated everything that you can see, just broken things. But it looks like this woman was handing crowns to these 2 people. And then the wall on the east side that also has another carving. It shows 2 people. Again, they're looking at each other. It's like a profile carving, like a bas-relief on the stone. Their profile, you see their faces are completely shattered and like broken. They are each holding a crown in the palm of their hands and staring at each other. There is some writing around the room as well. What languages do you guys speak?
Common, Giant, and Gnomish.
Okay.
Common, Dwarvish, and Orc.
Ooh, okay.
Common, Elvish, Halfling, Orc, and Thieves' Cant.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Common, Goblin, and Orc.
Oh, okay. It is written in Goblin.
Hell yeah.
The north wall, below the picture, it says, "Here were bound the oaths of twins." And on the wall on the east, it says, "As Skivik broke his oath, so shattered his word."
Am I the only Goblin speaker? If I am, I will relay that.
You are, I believe you are the only
Okay,
Goblin speaker.
okay.
Sharn does not speak Goblin either.
In this world, I know that there's been a lot of... it's not necessarily these big homogenous, like this country is all elves and this country is all dwarves and things. Are goblins dispersed all over the place? Or would it be? Is it weird for us to see stone buildings made by goblins in this world?
This is probably the first time that you've heard of it. None of you are familiar with. Well, actually, make a history check, and then we'll see what you guys know.
Nora got a 23.
Dirk only rolled a 9, but actually, Dirk is going to take a... What did I call it? Sorry. Dirk is going to take a calming breath and try real hard.
Oh.
So that's a 19, actually. He got a 19.
Whoa.
Oh, nice. So, what I'll say is, so Nora got a 23, Dirk got a 19. Okay, so Sorik and Echo, you know that the kingdom before Narravethis was a goblin kingdom. This was settled and ruled by goblins before the humans and other humanoid people settled here. It wasn't as big. They didn't occupy as much space as the country of Narravethis did, but it was ruled by goblins for a couple hundred years. It is not uncommon for there to be like goblin cultures and goblin civilizations, but this is not something that you guys have seen before, like stone carvings and stone artworks. A lot of the times they live in tribes or small villages, but this speaks more of like a more robust civilization.
And is this what we think as characters, or is this like canon? Like, have we been propagandized to think of the goblins as being like lesser kind of things, or is this like actually like goblins tend to like not create stone structures?
It's maybe it's that they used to more than they do now, is kind of the vibe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you haven't been propaganda. Like, you don't like think ill or evil of them. It's
okay.
just
They're not like classic goblins. Like, oh, I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
This place is interesting. I'd heard about the Goblin Kingdom from before Narravethis, but this is the first room where I feel like the ceiling is way too low that I've ever been in my whole life.
It gives it almost a cozy feel.
It is pretty low.
Is there anything in this room that, like, I mean, I don't know, kind of stands out as far as, like, besides the mural and stuff, anything I can kind of look through that might have notes, stuff, books?
There is a shelf. There's a shelf on the southern wall, but as you're kind of like looking through the shelf, there probably were books here at one point, but they have just rotted and withered with age, and they, as you pick one up, it just there's no paper anymore. It's just dust in between the bindings.
As all memories fade, these faded too.
As the sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Carpe these diems, bros.
Oh man.
Can we tell, do like the broken statues feel like they were crumbled due to age, or was this intentional destruction of structures? Or is there
Excellent.
a check I can make to see that?
So why don't you make an investigation check or an insight? I'd take either one on this.
Can we help her with that? Can we give her?
Because I gave you a lot of details. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need it. Okay, 14 on the first roll.
You got this, girlfriend.
15.
Hey,
I
that's
knew
great.
You could do it.
Nice.
As you're looking at this, a lot of the other stonework, you look at the other walls and you see the decorations of the triangles and squares and circles, like around, like it's almost like a belly band on the wall. You see that everything else that's stone is still pretty well put together. And then as you're examining the marks on these statues, you see like sharp imprints of what must have been hammers that were taken to these statues and to the murals on the north and east walls.
It's odd, y'all. It seems like the destruction of these statues and murals specifically was a lot more intentional than the rest of what's going on here.
Could it have been conquerors trying to erase a history they didn't want people remembering?
I mean, it could be. Maybe if we look around a little bit further and see if we see similar destruction, or if it's just these two that they didn't like.
Well, let's go to the next room then. Is that on the
there's
west?
a door to the west, and then you guys came from the door to the south. These ones open up without an issue as well. I'd like to know, so is everybody standing where they're standing? Like, is everybody's like doing what they're doing? Just want to make sure.
Head into the next room.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, Sorik, what's your passive perception?
Oh, Jesus.
Because you're the last one. You and Sharn are the last two to leave that room.
I have a 13 on passive perception.
Okay. You, as you step into the hallway, you think you saw movement in the room behind you.
I think I would probably turn around then to kind of see if I could see anything.
Okay. Sharn looks at you and says, what's going on?
Maybe I'm just on edge. I thought I saw something move in the room.
Give me a perception check now.
Sure. Please don't suck. Ooh, 22.
Nice.
You clock it immediately. You look directly at the statues, and the one with both of its, like with one arm totally broken, it lowers its arm back into the position that it was in.
That statue just moved. Everyone, come back here for a second.
Are you certain?
Yeah, its arm just settled back into its position.
So, real quick, Dirk, as you were the last one to leave the previous room, no, we didn't say what was in that room too much yet. But what's your passive perception?
It's only an 11.
Oof. Okay. You know, it's dark. You heard your friend call you back.
Wait, did you see something move? Like, I didn't feel anything move.
The arm of the statue moved. I know that sounds crazy. Please understand I'm a very sober individual. I don't often jump at shadows, but I am absolutely certain that it moved.
Wait, and I'm sorry, this is a statue with its face bashed in?
Yeah, the two statues with their faces smashed. One of them is missing an arm, and the other one has both of its arms.
Hey, Echo, could you, try to talk goblin to those statues?
I could give it a go. I'm gonna say
Gob gob.
Gob, gob. Oh, man. Justice for Gob.
Hello?
The face that's kind of broken turns. And we're going to roll initiative.
Oh, I hate that.
Jeez.
I hate that.
And there are some things that I don't think you noticed yet as well. So let me just add some turns.
Some turns?
You said there wasn't anything vibrating!
There was nothing vibrating. I'll be clear about that.
Man. Alright, Nora got 16.
Echo got a 5.
Ooh, Sork got a 22.
Dirk got a 13.
So the statues got a 21, and something that you guys can't see yet got an 11.
Ooh.
So we're going to start with Sorik. This statue just turned to face Echo.
I know we just rolled initiative, but I don't know that we feel that there's hostility just yet, right?
Yeah, but you feel uneasy.
I can definitely say I feel uneasy that a statue just turned to me.
But yes, nothing has attacked you yet.
I think the fact that it moved, Sork will pull out his short sword and his dagger and kind of ready himself. And I think what he'll do is prepare an action to make an attack if it tries to. And I might move forward so I can help Echo as well. If it makes a move towards Echo to attack her in a hostile way, then I'll make an action to attack it.
Okay. Awesome. So the next turn is the statues, and the first thing that it does, the statue that's just to the right of you, it takes a couple of labored steps, and it gets just right next to you, Sorik. So there's a statue north of you and Echo, and one to the east of you, and both of them are going to attack. The one next to you, so you'll get to make your attack as well, and you can pick which one you want to do it against. The attack against you is an 8 to hit.
Yeah, that will not hit.
Okay. And then against you, Echo, is a 7 to hit. Man, these are not rolling great.
That will not hit.
Okay.
I'll do my prepared action to attack back at the one that attacked me.
I don't want to metagame too much, but if you attack the one that's attacking Echo, you'll get to do sneak attack on it because you have an ally right next to it.
That's a good point. I thought it was okay. Yeah. Okay, well let's do that one then. Darn, and that's 9 to hit.
You actually hit it. Like your blade connects, your short sword connects, but it doesn't seem to do any damage.
Got it. Okay. And then I don't think the nick property applies on a prepared action, does it?
Last episode, we did say that it would because you're preparing an action and not taking an opportunity attack.
Yeah, that's what we, spitballed last time.
Got it. Okay, so I'll whip out with the dagger as well really quickly.
Yeah.
Whip it out!
For a 22 to hit.
Awesome.
Nice.
That hits. Roll some damage.
9 damage.
9
that's
damage.
Six piercing and 3 sneak attack for 9 damage.
Nice.
Excellent. That as you come out with your dagger, you just take a huge chunk out of its side, and stone just kind of crashes into the ground below you.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so Nora, it's your turn.
All right. Well, goodness, Echo, I don't know what you said to these statues, but they did not like it very much. And Nora is going to use her last first level spell to attack the statue, I guess, the creature that is all the way to the north that's already been hit.
Okay.
All right. So that is a 24 to hit.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That hits.
All right, and we're going to do 9 damage.
Wow. Awesome.
And I think anybody who goes next time, do they get... Is that a thing, or is that just...
Yeah, they get advantage on their hit.
Yeah, the next attack on that one gets advantage.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's what we're doing.
Okay. All right. Dirk, you're up. Dirk, you can actually see something that none of the others can see.
Oh.
There are 2 floating short swords in the hallway behind you.
There's short swords floating in the hallway. I couldn't sense them because they're floating. So, Echo, I'm going to leave that alley-oop for you, and I'm going to go and see if I can't hem these swords in. And so Dirk is actually going to head into the hallway.
Okay.
And take his swing at the sword in the front.
Okay.
That's only an 8 to hit.
Oh, no. That will miss, unfortunately.
It takes 3 damage anyway because of the graze property.
Awesome.
I love that for you.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I should start, I would love it more if I started rolling well on attack rolls, but I'll take it for now.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Okay. So I will. These creatures don't have like any swarm ability, so I'm even though they're just swords, I don't think they can stack up on each other just based on the monster profile.
Okay.
So only one of them is actually able to approach at you, and it like flying through the air tries to slash at you, and it gets a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Oh man, I'll get you guys eventually. Okay. I don't think it can do anything else on its turn.
Okay.
And that is it. So now we're gonna go to Sharn. So she pulls a dagger from her belt and she throws it at the statue. Oh no! So the dagger does hit the statue and then bounces back to the ground towards her and does not actually do any damage. She shouts down the hallway towards Dirk and she says, I hope you're okay in there. And you have Bardic Inspiration with 1d6.
Nice. Awesome. Okay.
Okay, now that brings us to Echo's turn.
Can you remind me I'm gonna say the name wrong, the name that we read on the wall?
Oh, yes, the name, Skivek. Skivvek.
Okay, before I do anything, Echo is going to say in Goblin, Lord Skivek, stop. And then is going to swing at the one in front of her.
Okay, make your attack.
With advantage because it's all glowy still.
With advantage.
Okay, with advantage. That's good because that first roll is a 14 only.
Praise be Mirren.
Oh, it's worse.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, these actually have high AC. A 14 will miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
You hit it. Your weapon clangs off of it, but does no damage.
It should still do because I have the glazes or graze as well. So
You
it
have the
does
glazed
3.
donuts.
Glaze, yeah.
Yum.
So 3
It glazes
damage.
them. Yeah, 3 damage.
Awesome.
You just coat your glaive with a little bit of powdered sugar and some milk.
It's a crazy good advantage when you're level 2.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, so it's your blade hits it. You don't knock any chunks off, but there's a huge scratch where your glaive hit the statue. Okay, that ends up. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's all.
Okay, that ends round 1. We'll start back at the top with Sorik.
Okie dokie. I think we're just going to go ahead and attack the one that's attacking Echo.
Okay.
So we will strike out with the short sword for the first hit. Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, jeez.
Roll
Nice.
some damage.
You got this.
So 4 piercing plus 3 sneak attack plus critical, 3 critical piercing, and 1 more. So total of 7 normal damage and then 4 critical damage, 11 damage.
Wow.
Nice.
This thing is barely hanging on. It is just chips and pieces are falling off. It is crumbling in front of you.
So we will go ahead and do an attack with the dagger. That's a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
And this one will do just 6 damage.
That is enough.
I would take 6 damage.
This thing just crumbles before you and shatters onto the ground. And that ends one of the statues. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
That's it.
Okay. The next statue, there's only one statue left, and it is engaged with you, Sorik. So it's going to attack at you. It slams its fist against you for a 6 to hit.
Aha!
That does not hit.
All right, that's I don't think it can do anything else. Yeah, that's its turn. So Nora, you're up.
Okay, so Nora is out of spell slots at this point. So gonna have to use a cantrip, gonna have to do Sacred Flame.
Ooh. And what sort of check does it have to make?
Dexterity, and it's 13.
Okay. Now this is just a straight roll because it doesn't have any dexterity score. Got an 8. So how much damage does it take?
It takes a solid 2.
Whew.
It ripped.
That's 2 more than it had before.
Nice.
All
I'm
right.
getting tired, guys. This is a little bit too much adventure for me.
Anything else you want to do in your turn?
No, I just kind of cry a little bit. This is scary.
All right, Dirk, you are up.
Okay, so Dirk is going to take another strike with his Zweihander. That's a 22 to hit this time.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Okay, come on, damage. Oh, that's 15 slashing damage. So now that Dirk's actually
Yowza.
fighting a sword, his training is actually helping at this point. Unlike last time where he tried to parry and riposte like he was sword fighting a person against a spider.
So what does that look like when you destroy this flying sword?
So again, he's in his Fool's Guard, which I think is sword pointed down to the ground, but as the sword comes in again for another slash, he deftly slashes it to the side and follows it up with another quick strike right at where the blade meets the hilt and snaps it.
Awesome. Okay, that ends that blade. Snapped.
And so now that there's no direct threat, Dirk's going to back out and just right on the other side of the door so that I can be in the same room with my allies but still bottleneck this door.
Okay, perfect. So the other blade flies through the air towards you, and it's going to take an attack against you.
Oh no, I gave it room for a running start.
Does a 21 hit
That will definitely hit, yeah.
for 7 slashing damage?
Oof, I'll take it. Silly sword. I took more damage by failing at a rope.
All right, that brings us back to Sharn. Sharn is going to she's going to throw another dagger at the statue that Sorik is fighting. Ooh, that one will actually hit. And she'll do 3 damage. She will run to the west of the room towards Dirk and stand next to the door, and she pulls out a third dagger from her belt.
How many of those you got? Jeez. I mean, I have
3.
Okay. I have one knife, and it's like sometimes I stab things, sometimes I cut bread with it, you know.
You cut bread with that?
He's a classy man.
Well, with my knife. You know. Anyway, we should probably get our heads back in the game.
Got it. All right, Echo, you're up.
Okay, Echo is going to. I have to. So my glaive has a 10-foot reach, but I can't cut through an ally, right?
Oh, sure you can.
I think rules as written, it works. Like you can like attack from behind.
I'll just get up here because then if it gives advantage to Sork on the next round too, if there's an ally near.
Yeah.
I am gonna take a swing at the remaining statue.
Okay.
Oh nope, I got a 10.
Oh no. So how much does it take?
3 for the glaze property, not glaze. The glazed glaze
Yeah.
property.
Oh, yeah. Hey, the glazed property sounds great too. There's nights where you just want to be glazed. Okay.
And that's it.
All right.
That's my favorite part of pottery.
All right, Sorek, we're top of round 3. It's your turn.
Okie dokie. Sork, turns his attention now to the one that's been attacking him and will strike out also with his short sword and dagger again. So leading with the short sword. It's only a 9 to hit.
Oh no, that'll miss.
Follows that up with another strike with the dagger for a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that one will do 6 piercing and 3 sneak attack for 9 damage.
Nice.
Ouch. And then just like that, chunks are starting to fall off. The this statue had 2 arms, and the left arm falls off, and now it's only got 1 arm.
What sort of magic could do this? And then that's all he can do. That's his turn.
The magic of animatronics. You ever heard of Imagineers?
So the statue facing you, it can either attack you or Echo. So I'm going to say odds, it's going to attack Sorek, and evens, it's going to attack Echo. All right, Sorek, you've been hitting it the most so far, so it is going to strike at you for, nat 1. So these statues, I think they're just too broken to actually fight.
They're scary.
It misses.
Okay. Very cool.
That takes us back to Nora.
All right, Nora is going to kind of look back and forth between the sword and the statue, but I think that she is going to go after the statue again. So that's a Dex 13 or take 2 damage.
It rolled a 10 again, so it's got 2.
All right, well, I'm chipping away at this bad boy.
2 more damage. Hey, every 2 counts. They add up. All right, that brings us back to Dirk.
All right, taking another swing. This time, okay, so in preparation for a character who knew how to, sword fight with, a great sword, I looked up different sword stances. Now he's in the plow stance. I think plow was one of them.
Oh, I've been in that stance.
Does a 13 hit the sword?
A 13 will miss, unfortunately.
Okay, he still takes 3 damage.
Okay.
And he says to himself,
Oh, I should have done a roof guard.
All right. So this sword that you just cut at or attacked, it is going to strike at you for an 11 to hit.
which will miss.
Okay. That will end its turn, and we'll go back to Sharn. Sharn is going to strike out at the sword with you with her dagger.
I forgot I had Bardic Inspiration. I could have rolled it, but I'll just save it for later.
Okay. She only got a 14, so she misses as well. So that will bring us back to Echo. Echo, you're up.
Yep, just gonna swing at the statue one more time. Oh,
Oh
and
no.
whiff again for a 12,
Okay.
but 3 damage to it.
Yeah. They're adding up. It's looking hurt. It's looking really hurt at this point.
Good job, team. We're really chipping away at this bad boy.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
All right. Top of round 4, Sorik.
All right. He's just going full kind of flurry of blades over here and just attacking at that statue more. So again, with the short sword leading the charge for an 11 to hit?
Nope. Unfortunately, that misses.
And then a quick turn and a strike with the dagger again for a 10 to hit.
Oh, man.
Nope.
That won't do it. So the statue is going to attack at you as well. That doesn't matter. I rolled an 8. These things can't hit anything.
They don't have faces, I think, right?
That's
They
true.
Faces,
They don't have faces. You should have been rolling with disadvantage.
They're just wildly whipping their arm. Like,
The windmill attack.
That brings us back to Nora.
All right. Same thing, I think. Honestly, don't fix what's not broken.
Okay.
Oh man, you're about to take so much damage. 8.
All right, let's see.
8 damage.
Damage. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It is barely hanging
Oh my
on
god, are
at
you
this
kidding
point.
me? Good lord.
Barely. Solid
Oh, man.
damage with that sacred flame.
Nora's getting a little terrified. I've never cast so much magic in my life.
All right, Dirk, you're up again.
All right, Kate. Now from Roof Guard. Roof? It's Roof? You know what? I'm just going to stop trying to pretend like I know anything about like
You
HEMA
can-
and sword stances.
You can make up your own sword stances.
Okay. This is a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
And the damage shall be 7.
All right. It is looking very hurt. Cracks are starting to form on the blade. The leather around the hilt is starting to unravel. It's almost done.
Okay.
And now it's the blade's turn. This ancient blade slashes at you for an 18 to hit.
That will hit, yeah.
Okay. Dealing 5 damage.
Okay, now I am bleeding.
Okay. Right. That brings us to Sharn's turn. Sharn, on her turn, she puts a hand on your shoulder and she starts to inspect the wound that you just got. And she starts muttering under her breath. You can hear her. She's whispering some sort of incantation. And she casts Cure Wounds.
Okay, and this is also the prettiest woman who's ever touched Dirk, so he's blushing.
Yeah, I just cast Cure Wounds on you like 15 minutes ago. What the hell?
So you...
I believe last week we established the level of cleavage that Sharn has. So
This is true. There is some cleavage. So you get 14 health back.
just like that, I'm back up to full.
Okay. And that will end her turn. And we will go back to the bottom with Echo.
Okay. One more swing. One more swing at this guy.
All right, we got
Oh,
this.
thank God. It's a 19.
A 19 will hit. You didn't need to hit because your graze would have glazed him.
Okay, but I did. And I got a 9 damage.
Nice. That's enough. What does it look like when you cut down this statue?
I think my glaive just hooks into one of the kind of sandy cracks that has developed all over this statue and just shatters it.
Okay, awesome. Statue and old stone bits clatter onto the ground below you. We're going to start the top of round 5 with Sorik's turn.
5 rounds of combat. This is unheard of in D&D.
We are level 2. We are level 2.
Yeah, he is visibly winded after this 30 seconds of fighting. Here we go.
The statue in front of you is dead.
Yeah, I will whip, kind of duck around and come over here and see if I can attack kind of over Dirk's shoulder then. So an 11.
An 11 will miss. But you've got your Nick property.
Yeah, so we'll give that a shot. 21.
Hey, 21 will hit. How much damage?
5 damage. Not actually, 1's all around for all my damage dice. But 5 damage still.
Hey,
It's a great
it's
job.
still enough. That was plenty. What does that look like as you cut down that last sword?
He tries to attack very rapidly, like whipping out the dagger and then pulling it back quickly. and I think it's just kind of like bats it out of the air and smashes into the wall.
We're gonna cue victory music.
Woo!
Nice.
All
I'm
right.
exhausted.
Sharn leans against the wall and kind of lowers to a sitting position, and she's kind of panting and looks nervous.
Echo is gonna kick through the stones of the statues and see if there is anything there that might indicate why they were suddenly alive.
Yeah, that's such a good idea. As you're starting to kick through the statue that you were talking to, you see a small dagger that was lodged inside the statue that you were fighting.
Do any of y'all know what this is? I'm gonna show the group.
Dirk looks over his shoulder as he's with Sharn sitting down taking a break. He's like, don't worry, I'll help you out, and he's gonna go like a little puppy dog try to find all of the knives that she threw. And while he's doing that, he'll look over his shoulder to see the dagger in the statue. Be like, is that one of yours? To Sharn.
No, I only threw two, the two that you're holding. Thank you for getting those.
Look, guys, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm kind of old in here, and I had a friend once who touched random daggers and swords, and he got cursed so much.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, be careful with that thing. That's all I'm saying. Praise be Mirren, you know.
I think I've seen that play.
Didn't he give his friend a bloody nose?
I think so.
Can I do an Arcana check to see about animating things with that kind of stuff?
Oh, of course.
Dirk got an 18.
Yes. You, as you're examining this dagger, it is magical. And as you're taking a look at it, it is a dagger of warning.
Whoa!
It looks very, very old. And almost too small for a human hand. It fits in yours because dwarves are just smaller enough than humans. You could hold this, pretty easily, but it would look tiny in Nora's or Sorek's hands. It is sized for a very small person.
Okay. So this thing's magic. This the dagger of warning. I think it helps prevent you from being surprised. Think fast, and I'll toss it to Sorek.
Sorek's like, not in the face. Clearly not an athletic man.
Make an attack roll.
Are you serious about the attack roll?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so you catch this dagger. It's a little small in your hands. I mean, you could use it. You could wield it just fine. But it is not sized for a large person. Or regular humanoid-sized person.
Well, let's check the other statue for something cool. And Dirk will start kicking through the rubble of the other statue. Come on, dagger.
You don't find anything inside this statue.
They forgot to put the toy in my Kinder Surprise.
I hate it when that happens.
Oh, my kids would be devastated.
Is there anything of note with the flying swords?
Yeah, so as you look at the flying swords, again, they look like they're probably sized for about short swords for a human or an elf your size. They are old. They're very old. They don't appear to be in good condition. They're rust and chipped and kind of battered, and one of them's now snapped in half, and they're in a really bad shape.
Got it. Okay. I'll just kind of leave it there then.
Yeah, Nora, I think, wants to go see where these swords came from, since clearly we've already disturbed this room, but Nora will go no further into any other doors.
Awesome.
Yeah, Sorek also is going into that room too.
Yeah, Dirk will bring up the rear this time.
Okay. So as you're exploring this room, you see more shelves on the walls and some, what looks like it might have been pottery at some point. It's kind of shattered and broken. This looks, it almost gives the vibe of an old lecture hall. There's a dais in the front with a little table, and some sort of like old board that's cracked on the wall behind it with an inscription below it written in Goblin again, and just kind of, debris and sort of wreckage all around the room. The inscription, though, since Echo can read it, says, "She wove the accord of teeth and flame. Narg bore her will. Skivik bore her hunger."
I want to write that down.
She wove the accord of teeth and flame. Narg bore her will. Skivik bore her hunger. Do you suppose that she is the crown giver and Narg and Skivik were the two statues receiving the crowns?
That makes sense to me.
As much as I know anything, that sounds right. It still doesn't explain why this random shoe thief was down here.
And, I mean, it seems like at least those statues of Narg and Skivik, if that's who they were, weren't in her favor anymore, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, this place is dangerous.
I would love to go see the surface.
Does this look like some sort of a church or something to you guys? Can I do like an investigation check on this room?
Of course, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of school.
Not good. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, it does have, like, the way that the broken chairs are set up. They were benches at some point. They're short. They're really short. They would have only stood maybe a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet tops tall. And they're arranged in a way where they're like all the chairs would have been pointing or facing towards the front of the room. So a lecture hall, maybe an altar, some sort of significant room. You definitely read the vibes, but that's all you know.
Interesting. Do you suppose, was there any women goblin deities when they talk about she? Is it possible that that's a goddess?
Yeah, is it Kikanudi?
Oh, yeah.
My favorite goddess.
The big bosomed goddess of fertility?
Fertility, goblin fertility. Let's go.
Oh, man. There are...
Not
in this
that
room,
I care. I'm not worried about, just academic reasons, really.
in the room that you're in now, there are 2 hallways going south as well.
There's one that doesn't have a door, and Dirk's kind of standing there looking into the opening but not going there yet. Just kind of making as a sentinel to make sure that nothing's going to come up and surprise them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much further we want to go, unless if you guys are doing better than me as far as life. I mean, my life's okay, but my spells aren't.
I think that it's probably just a small complex. I feel like we're just going to go around in a circle. I could be wrong. Was there anything on those shelves over there? I know the last time all the books were like ripped up or deteriorated, but are there anything worthwhile over there?
I mean, Nora would definitely be interested in taking a look.
Mm-hmm. So in the room that you're in now, there are no books that seem to be intact. Everything is old and just rotted away with age. Sorik has gone south and stepped into the smaller room. There are 2 freestanding bookcases, and something stands out to Sorik from the bookcase closest to him. There appears to be a single book that doesn't bear any signs of age.
Yeah, I think I'd probably leaf through those or look through those.
As you pick it up and you try to open it, it does not open. It looks in perfect condition. It's leather. It's got some of those same shapes on the walls. That pattern, the triangle, square, circle pattern on the book. And as you kind of tug at it, it does not open.
Interesting. I'll keep this for later.
I think I know this one. You have to use Arcana, and if you pass all your checks, you're going to learn Speak with Dead.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes. Yeah. There is one more door in the room just south of you. Everyone else, the Sorik has entered that room just south of you.
Yeah, with Sorik actually actively entering the room, I'll follow as well.
I'm not going to let him go by himself.
Yeah, Echo will too.
Oh, it leads into the same room that I was watching the hallway for. Okay.
It's the same room. There's one more door leading south. And from this room, let me make sure, I think from where you're standing, no one can see this yet. Never mind.
Quick, everybody, move around the room.
I hate that.
Echo, as you cross to stand in front of the doorway, you see light in the room to the south of you, and there is one more statue. This statue in the middle of this room here, it's emitting like a soft blue, like pulsing glow. And as you look at it, it's hard to make out all of the details from where you're at, but it looks like a big statue, and it's in a really good condition, where everything else has been like shattered and broken. This one is in perfect condition, it seems. And there are 4 goblins standing back to back, each facing the different cardinal directions.
That's like what the statue is
Yes.
depicting.
Mhm.
There's a big glowing statue in this next room. I don't want to cross the threshold in case this one wakes up too, but it seems a lot nicer than what we've encountered so far.
Let's go check it out.
Dirk's gonna. Oh, there's a door here on the east side of the room, and Dirk is assuming that this leads back into the room where, like, the chamber they entered from. So he's just gonna open that door and verify that that's where kind of they came from.
It does. You see, because you've got dark vision, so you can see all the way through. You see at the very end of the hallway, there's the dead body of that crazy person, and yeah, it's back where you guys started.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I found our way out. Let's go see the statue. This is really exciting, everybody. I'm glad to have met you all.
Likewise.
Why are you laughing? Like, this is cool. This is exciting, right? This is an adventure.
Honestly, Dirk, I've been quite impressed with you.
It's certainly the most excitement I've had in many years.
Honestly, with all of you, this has not been exactly an easy
Real
thing.
quick, something happens.
Oh no!
Oh, me, I wasn't even trying to go that far.
You step into the light, and while you were talking, you stepped into the light.
I am the light, baby.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex, not my strong suit. I got a 2.
Oh no.
Oh no. I told you guys I was tired. I'm so sleepy after this.
You take 11 damage as a bolt of electricity fires from the statue and connects with you.
Oh, geez.
Ouch. Can I step back, or am I like...
You can step back. You can definitely step back.
I didn't know if I was like rolling initiative against this thing. Oh, well, that
Nope.
did not feel good, guys.
I think you were right to be worried about getting too close.
Dirk is going to try to skirt around the room, avoiding the light, kind of moving around to the east.
Yeah, so you see there's some curtains. They still seem to be intact. You can walk through those even though it blocks your sight. Yes, so there's some pillars around the room. There's actually there's 3 pillars on the south side, 3 pillars on the north, and then 2 in the middles, kind of on all of the directions around, both the cardinal and diagonal directions around the statue. There are curtains from the walls to a few of the pillars, and you can push those aside if you want.
Okay, Dirk's gonna peek through.
Yeah. So you see a broken table and some ash on the ground in there.
I'll peek back out and say,
Broken table and ash, nothing helpful.
How recent is the ash?
Make an investigation check.
"Ooh, that's a dirty 20."
It is fairly recent, actually. It doesn't look old like the ash from the crumbling books that you've seen and some of the debris and the ruin around. Hard to say exactly how old, but newer than a lot of the other debris that you found.
Looks to be not from the rest of the debris here. I'm wondering, could this be the other happy camper? Like, maybe they got too close to the statue and they got more of what you got, Nora?
Nora is very clearly not moving from exactly where she was. Like after we're backing against that wall, I'm staying put there.
So, as you guys are looking at these statues, each of the 4 statues is in a different position. The one facing you, the one facing the north, is covering its eyes. The one facing the east is covering its ears. The one facing the west is grinning. and the one facing the south is holding out a hand.
Hear no evil, see no evil, giggle a little bit, and help others.
And give me some money.
That's right. Money, please.
Is there anything that we can see along the back wall, like the south wall of the room?
Just more destroyed things. There is an inscription, it seems, on that south wall. Hard to read from where you're at, though.
How far does the light extend from the statues?
For the listeners, yeah. So the light extends about like a 10-foot circle around the statue. The players are kind of huddled along the north wall, just outside of this blue light, and Dirk is hiding or is behind some curtains on the west side of the room. The rest of the players can't see Dirk, and Sharn is still in the hallway just behind Sorik.
Are these curtains here on the south end of this kind of curtain off area? Okay,
Yep.
Dirk's going to poke through there.
Okay.
Going to see what he can see.
Yeah, you are on that south wall now. It looks like there were some sort of shelving units on the south wall as well, but everything on there is just broken and in disrepair.
Okay.
You do see the inscription. It's in the middle here.
Okay. Dirk is going to cast a spell.
Ooh.
He's going to reach down, touch his feet, and he's going to cast Dragoon Boots and give himself jump. And so he's going to jump right over to behind that pillar, hopefully being able to keep out of the light to see what that inscription is.
Yes, there is a pillar blocking the light just a little bit, and so you jump perfectly. You land right there in that spot. You're kind of hiding in the shadow, and you see the inscription, and it's written in a language you can't read.
I should have cast this on you, Echo.
Well, describe the letters to me.
Sound it out.
Okay, so there's this this swirl here, and then there's a little I only got I have a minute of this spell. Okay, before the spell runs out, Dirk is going to jump across to the west side now.
Okay.
And go into the curtains there.
Yeah, it's a mirror of the east side. Curtained off section. Looks like there was some sort of table or some space where you could be away from what may have been a shrine at some point. Yeah.
Okay. Dirk's going to come out the north end of those curtains, and as he does, you can see that he has some really fly ethereal armor boot things on his feet that fade right about as he gets back up to the rest of you.
Okay.
And he'll say, "There is an inscription on that south wall. If you can get to it, Echo, to read it, or if we can do something to block their vision." The one facing us, was it covering its eyes?
The one facing the north was covering its eyes. The one facing the east, covering ears. West is grinning, and south is holding out a hand.
Okay.
Echo's going to go through the little curtain area and poke her head out and see if she can see the inscription from here without getting into the...
You can see the inscription from there.
Do you suppose the one that's grinning requires some sort of a joke?
Tell it, Sorik.
Here's a joke. Here's a joke for it. Did you hear the one about the company that makes yardsticks?
No.
They're not making them any longer.
Oh, man.
It's broken, I think.
The inscription on that south wall says, "In her shadow they stood until they warred."
It just says, "In her shadow they stood until they warred."
Is that talking about a revolution against her? Like they were in her shadow and they revolted against her?
I think the twins warred with each other. They were facing each other, remember?
Yeah. Okay, I have a stupid idea. Pull me back if I die.
Okay.
Dirk's going to close his eyes and cover his eyes and take one step into the light.
Okay. You take one step into the light.
Oh, shit. He's a genius.
Am I going the right direction?
As soon as you talk, I need you to make a dexterity saving.
Oh, shoot.
And don't forget to smile while you're out there too, sweetheart.
It's only an 8.
Oh no! So that is 7 electricity damage as another bolt fires out from the statue and connects.
Okay, so Dirk's gonna step back again and is like, oh, okay, I think you gotta do it all, maybe. But I didn't get hit when I was being quiet and covering my eyes. Do we need to get to the statue? Is there anything on it we need to see? Or, like, touch or do?
Ooh. You guys are all about equidistant from it. You don't see any compartments. It's clearly some sort of magical contraption. It's not mechanical in nature.
I mean, I'm sure it's protecting something. The question is, how far do we want to push ourselves to find out what that is?
I kind of want to shake this man's hand back here.
Yeah, cover your eyes. Don't say anything. Unfortunately, there's less room on the south end of the room. Basically, there is no safe place to just walk straight at it. You'd have to be in the light to walk straight at it from the south.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna smile and cover my eyes and not say anything and take one diagonal step into the light there.
Okay, you take one step into the light. You are glowing faintly blue from the light.
I'm gonna take another step.
Okay, you are within reach of this statue. Your eyes are closed though, so you know that it's like right in front of you.
To your left.
As soon as Nora says something, lightning strikes out an echo.
Damn it! I thought as long as you weren't in the circle.
I know.
Nothing happens. You're still standing right there.
I'm just gonna blindly kind of stick out my hand, similarly to how I was imagining it kind of shaking, putting its hand out for a handshake. I don't know if that's what it was actually doing, but that's the motion that I am going to do and kind of fumble around.
Yeah, so you connect hands with this statue, and you hear a soft click. Your eyes are closed. You know that something happened below you, like just like at like knee height on the statue, like your knees.
Oh, a groin level for the goblins?
I'm gonna reach, still covering my eyes, just reach down and see if I can feel anything along the pedestal.
As you start, feeling around on this statue, you feel the armor. You're moving your hands around the statue. It's just chiseled nicely. This statue was cut, and you actually your hand comes on
chiseled
something.
in more way than one.
That's right.
Reach down. Testes.
Your hand comes across something soft. Suddenly, you didn't expect to feel leather, but you're touching some sort of leather cord.
I'm gonna pull the cord.
Okay. You pull the cord, and now you're holding some sort of leather cord.
Does it feel like it's still attached, or does it?
Nope, it pulls free.
Okay. I'm gonna, with my eyes still closed, just back up to the wall.
Okay.
Until I can feel it at my back, and then just edge back over out of until I hit the other side, basically, and I know that I'm out of the light.
Yeah. So you managed to safely get out of the light, and you're holding this leather cord.
Guys, did you see? Did anything happen? Did you see? I'm gonna bring the cord over and show them.
Oh, that's a sick joker.
It's actually longer than that. It's like 2 feet long.
Oh, damn! Nice whip. Is it magic? Can I tell if there's any sort of magical vibes going on?
Ooh, make an Arcana check on it.
16.
Oh yeah, it's magical.
Okay, that seems like another magic artifact. So I guess we're really racking those up. We should be adventurers.
What kind of magic artifact? It just looks like a cord to me.
As you examine it more, Dirk would probably recognize it more than anybody else. It looks like military regalia, like a binding that someone would put like over like a breastplate, like a really nice breastplate. It looks like something you would fasten. Not any, like traditionally wouldn't have any impact on your defense or anything like that, but it's something decorative that someone would attach or affix to their armor.
It looks like some kind of decorative cord, maybe an epaulette or something that you'd wear on a military outfit.
Well, it might be more than decorative if it's got some magic to it.
I mean, it's still, however long it's been here, it looks like it's still intact. It hasn't rotted away. The only thing that I didn't really look at when I was going around the room, there on the west side, there was some kind of altar behind those curtains. I didn't look too hard there. But other than that, I think these are all the rooms. Unless another statue follows us, I think we could probably safely head back up.
I mean, I'm down to GTFO. Unless y'all have something else to do.
You know what? I'm going to check out just the west side there behind that one curtain. You said there was a little altar there. I'm just going to take a quick look in there, see if there's anything interesting.
I'll go with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you're looking at that altar, you see one more carving on the wall. This one is not as destroyed as the others. It shows one goblin sitting on a throne and another goblin kneeling in front of him.
Maybe the twins did have a fight between them as well, and one was subjugated to the other.
Is that what's happening here?
I mean, they're both male goblins as opposed to the woman?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm just trying to piece things together. Well, interesting history. Let's head back up. I know you want to get out of here, Sork. I know you want to get the Duke away from all this destruction and death. Don't you think we should maybe help bury the dead before we leave? That's a lot of work just for the priest here in town and his granddaughter.
I suppose there's a positive way to spin this. Yeah, I believe that could be beneficial if we take the time to bury the dead.
Or even to cremate them or something, just so that they're not,
I believe a burial is probably the more... a burial probably has a greater sense of propriety, right?
Yeah. And we could probably get the soldiers in the farm area up there to start helping us dig like a big long trench.
Oh, of course. I mean, you didn't expect... were you thinking we were going to do it ourselves?
Not exactly going to carve gravestones either. It'll be the burial pit, where nobody can go to remember them because nobody besides me remembers things. Glares at Dirk.
I believe that we could erect some sort of a rough stone monument or commission one, and that, coupled with the efforts, would reflect well on the Duke, I believe. So it demonstrates a level of compassion that would, suit him well politically, because it demonstrates his the level of his touch with the common folk. So I believe this could be played in our favor.
That's an interesting way to think of a nice thing to do.
Sharon speaks up and she says, I fear we may not have time to spare. It is imperative the Duke gets to Rosvane in all haste for the funeral. She makes eye contact with Sorek, and she says, there are other powers at play that we must attend to.
Powers more important than the forgetting of an entire village?
I mean political powers.
You're not wrong.
I mean, we all forgot was it a king or queen? I can't remember who was even ruling this country.
I believe it was well, I shouldn't assume. I know that there was a queen.
It was a king, you fools.
Oh, it's too funny.
Well, yes, there are things that we should be about for sure, but this may play in our favor, and if we utilize the soldiers, it won't take us long. We don't have to stay for the commissioning of the monument, simply leave it, for that local priest. What was his name? Father...
Thoriak?
Thoriak, that's the one.
Right. Okay. Well, let's head back up then.
Okay. You guys successfully head back up.
I collect my rope, and as we head out of the cave, I collect my maul and my great axe as well.
Okay. You guys are kind of out in the forests, so it'll take a little bit to walk back. It wouldn't be immediate. as you're exiting the cave, Sharn, she pulls Sorik aside and she says, she's not trying to be quiet or, say this in a way where just you can hear, but she's talking to Sorik and not to anyone else. And she says, I fear the other duchies are making moves, and we need to be there as fast as possible.
I think you're right. Honestly, this whole delay doesn't suit us well, but if we can spin it to our advantage, then maybe we arrive late, but we arrive in style.
News of a disaster?
But which duke was there to help be there to attend to
The two remaining.
Yes, to those afflicted, to show proper respect to the reaped souls.
We're still in Raveloon. This is his duchy still. Not until we cross the Graithwain River. That's about a day's ride out.
How long till we're at the capital? Could we send someone back after we get there? Sounds like you really want to get there. And I move with the men, so.
Sure.
I feel like we could talk with Denny. I feel like he's a man of means who might be able to help create some sort of call it an advance party that can help spread the good word of what the good Duke has been doing here.
I'll leave you and Denny to that. You should have a word with Duke Grend about this.
Very well.
Do you all do this sort of thing often? I was terrified in there.
Oh, I used to be a part of a mercenary company. So like this is nothing new.
Here I go again. That's a 6.
Oh no.
She pats you on the shoulder and she says, "You were right brave, Sir Dwarf."
He's like snuffling.
He's like, gorsh. Thank you. Yeah. Yep.
We were quite good at it, honestly. We could be the adventuring party if we set our mind to it, which I will not.
You weren't just some missionary. You were holding your own in there, too.
Oh, just a few tricks I've learned.
I was talking to Nora.
Oh, not me. That's all right. Sorry. I
Don't know why I would have compared you to a missionary, but, maybe you had another kind of missionary on the mind talking with me.
I did not say that.
All right, well, shall we return back to the Duke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to get out of here, it sounds like.
All right. So as you guys approach the Hen's Nest Inn, you see outside of the inn a gentleman that you guys know, but the listeners, this will be their first time meeting him. There's a dwarf standing next to Duke Grend, and he is, average height for a dwarf. And he's got like a very strong nose and a big mustache with like a curly beard. He's wearing like a breastplate and like a red tabard over the front of it. He's got like a fancy hat on with like more like gold embroidery and red feathers coming out of it. This is Kirkman Glacked.
My boss.
He is Dirk's boss and the general of the Raveloon armies. He is standing talking to Duke Grend, and between the two of them is a young man. He looks to be a local, and he's in average attire, just like a light blue tunic. He's got like a small hat on, brown hair, blue eyes, kind of biggish ears, and like a 5 o'clock shadow. And he's standing in between the two of them. And Kirkwood kind of gives the younger man a shove towards the Duke. And he says, "Tell the good Duke what you were telling me back at the farm." And the young man kind of nervously looks between the dwarf that's shorter than him to the Duke that's standing next to him, and he says, "Well, there was a dwarf lady, sorry, and this like dark-haired guy with glasses. They were sneaking around the inn last night, and I promise I didn't see anything, but I know that they left the village to the south." And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Interesting.
Could they be the two other people in the guest book that didn't get muddled?
That is an excellent question.
Which you guys didn't tell Dirk about, so Dirk can't bring it up.
Were they the guys in the spider hut, lighting fires?
Could be. We will have to find out the next time we play. Thanks so much for playing, guys. This was a blast. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, dude.
You're solving puzzles.
We're fighting statues.
That's right.
Kicking the statue's butt.
Yes.
Yeah, every time I fight a statue in real life, they call the cops on me. So this is
Oh, man.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We are the 12-Sided Guys. We have a Discord. Links in the description. We have Patreon. So come join us there, and you get a bunch of extra stuff like our after show, Your Neighbor's Potatoes, which we will be recording after this episode.
Ooh.
Yeah. And rate and review. And until we get together next time, we hope you have a great time.